Hey guys, so I just found out about this.
His store.
Do you guys know the YouTuber FGTV? Well, turns out this old lady, they were eating at a restaurant and this old lady just hit Chase on the head. I'm gonna play the video.
And then a waiter got involved, and then he was like, bro, just leave her alone. She's just trying to have a good time.
Like, imagine like you take like your whole family to a restaurant to go eat, and you guys are just having a good time chatting and all that, and then all of a sudden this old ass lady comes out of nowhere and hits your kid on the head. What are you gonna do at that point? Obviously you can't beat her up or else you'll end up in jail. If that was me, I would have done the same thing. I would have just called the police on her.
She hit my son on the head, dude. You ain't gotta be in this. And they're enjoying their time.
What? They're not just enjoying their time, bruh. Like, how are you gonna say, oh yeah, they're just enjoying their time and all that when she literally came over and hit one of my kids on the fucking head? Like, you're on the old lady's side. Like, get the fuck out of here.
What? She just put her hands on my kid. While the
Exactly.
911 phone call was on, you can hear me ask him.
You sticking up for them because of their age, my man?
Yes, definitely.
So you're telling me that when you get to a certain age, you're allowed to hit somebody? Shut your mouth. You stupid.
So according to the waiter, you're allowed to hit someone when at a certain age. That is not true. If you're like, the police don't care how old you are. If you do anything like that or illegal like that and put your hands on somebody else's kid, and they see it and they call the police and all that, then that old person can go to jail. They don't care how old you are. You can be like 90 something years old. You can be like 100 something years old. They do not give a fuck. But they ask the person if they want to press charges, I think. So I don't know if that's gonna happen here. I don't know what the police are gonna do. So
He said yes, this lady was allowed to hit my kid.
I'll beat that old lady up.
Okay, go to jail. You can't do that. So the cop ended up coming up, ended up yelling, shouting at this guy.
Stop! Everybody stop!
He told me I needed to grow up because Chase is just a kid.
He got tapped on the head. He's a kid.
it doesn't matter if he's a fucking kid, dude. Like, how would you feel if someone just came up to you and smacked you on the fucking forehead? How would you feel? Like, come on. Your logic makes no sense.
Grow up. He got tapped on the head. He's a kid, bro.
And kids don't have rights. Kids are allowed to be hit by older people.
Facts, like, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Like,
Yeah, old people or anyone is not allowed to hit kids. As long as it's not your kid. If it's not your kid, you're not allowed to hit hit somebody else's kid unless they're one of your friends and they give you permission. If somebody you never met before just comes up and hits one of your kids, then you have the right to like press charges if you want to.
And if I keep getting hit on the top of my head, I'm gonna lose brain cells and I'm not gonna grow up.
I don't think that's how it works.
So I call the police. Police comes out. Tell him the situation.
My son is sitting with his cousins.
Yeah, Mike and Lexi are his cousins. Sean is his brother.
What? Where did that
Turned around and smacks my son's head with her hand.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You want EMS
Is your
here?
bag? Oh hell no.
Anything like that? Are you hurt? Is there achy or anything hurt?
She's like, I don't care. I'm not going to get in trouble. She's super rude.
He's probably not going to get arrested, but what you are
I'm really not worried about it.
Disrespectful as hell. Like, when old people do something like that, that just pisses me off so bad. Like, this is gonna sound wrong, but that just makes me want to punch them in the fucking face to teach them a lesson.
You don't have to be worried about.
Of course, I'm not actually gonna do it. I may think about it, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to end up in jail.
But what you are going to learn is you're going to learn to respect someone.
What is this dude doing?
And when I said that, you could see her face. She's like, what are you talking about? And she's super obnoxious the way she was acting. And she pretended as if she did nothing
That lady's like 70 or like 80 or 90 something years old.
wrong. The cop did tell her, you could be arrested for this right now, but I chose not to press charges.
Oh yeah, if they're giving me the option to press charges, like, it's not like evident. Yeah, because you could go to jail for that. If that was me, I would have pressed charges to put her old ass in jail. I don't give a fuck how old she is. So you want to put your hands on my kid? I'm pressing charges. Don't give a fuck. You can rot your old ass in there for the rest of the time you have. I really don't give a fuck.
Her to get a ticket, go to jail, anything. I just want her to know you respect people. I just want her to think next time.
Correct.
Before she puts her.
Okay, so here's part 2. Are we rewinding or?
You just want her to think next time. Right. Before she puts her hands on anybody, especially a kid.
I get that. It doesn't matter who it is.
But the reason why I did that, my wife in the restaurant, she looks at me, she goes, that lady just hit Chase. I looked at Chase's face, and Chase's face it felt familiar, because when I was a kid, I actually was hit by this guy. I was like 8, 9 years old, sleeping in my home. My mom went to church. She went to choir. This guy was a husband of one of the ladies at church that my mom was friends with. So she sent him to come pick me up.
Yeah, I'm only 14, but if someone comes up and hits me, it's either that my dad better do it. And like, if someone comes up and hits me, it's either like if my dad sees it, he's definitely gonna do something. If he doesn't, then I'm gonna hit that person in the back of his fucking bright ass forehead. Because if my dad isn't going to do anything about it, then I'm going to hit him back. So, yeah.
I guess he was banging on the window, and I didn't wake up to let him in the house. I was a very heavy sleeper, always have been, still am. You can't wake me up for nothing once I fall asleep. He climbs in through the window, and he's 6 feet tall.
I want my guess he smacks you on the head to wake you up.
300 pounds. He looks like Wreck-It Ralph. His hands are like massive. No hold bag. He smacks me on my thigh, and I jump up, and I'm like scared, just like, oh my God, what happened? I thought he was gonna start like attacking me. I had no idea what I did wrong. And he started yelling at me, you didn't open the door, blah, blah, calling me names, whatever. So I told my mom, and nothing was done. Like, I think she mentioned it, but like nothing got done about it. Maybe because
Damn, Mom.
the church we were in was very weird, controlling, almost cult-like weird church that I grew up in. Maybe that's a story for another day. He got away with it. And so as a kid, I'm just like, adults get to hit kids and they just get away with it and there's no justice. And I saw Chase's face felt like that. It was another time too where I remember being on the boat. My uncle was drunk. I was being a smart aleck because I've always been kind of mouthy. But he goes something like, shut up, I'll beat your... I'll throw you off the boat. I'll smack you across your face. Whatever he said, like some real, like, crazy stuff.
Damn. At least his mom didn't talk to him like that. Like, his mom's friend, like, may have hit him. He's, like, grandpa or uncle is, like, so fucking mean to him. So is his mom's friend. It's a good thing his mom never treated him like that. Well, she could have. I don't really know.
And I'd never been talked to like that because my parents were good parents. They didn't speak to me like
Okay, so good. He had good parents, but not like a good like uncle or grandpa.
that. I remember looking at my dad like, Pops, you gonna do something? Like, he can't talk to me like that, right? But then my dad didn't do anything. He's like, just chill out, just chill out. And I'm like, what? Like, he can't get away.
Yeah, his dad probably didn't want to like cuss his own dad out. But if that was me and he like cussed out my son like that, I don't give a fuck if you're my dad or not. I don't give a fuck if you're my mom or anything like that. Like, I'm just gonna straight up tell you, like, to get the fuck off and all that. Don't talk to my kid like that.
With that. So once I grew up, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, my uncle was drunk. And my dad wasn't scared to stick up for me or scared to stick up for
Dad.
himself as my father.
Yeah, so you're telling me that his mom and dad can like raise a kid perfectly and not cuss at him or anything like that, but they can't stick up for him. Wow.
He was trying
If
to...
that was my dad, he most likely would have stood up for me. Well, I don't know. Now that I think about it, you probably want it.
de-escalate the situation so that it didn't get worse and no one got hurt and there wasn't violence. But as a kid, I didn't know that because he didn't explain that to me. That's why I personally try to explain everything to my kids, all my actions, all of my reasons, everything like that. Just want to encourage you, if you're a parent, make sure you talk to your children. You tell them what's right. You tell them what's wrong. If you do something that affects them, you don't have to say things, well, because I'm your parent. Like, I hate that statement. I don't think a parent should ever say, because I'm your parent. There has to be a better reason you can give.
Or because I'm the adult, you're the kid, or something like that. That, like, whenever someone says that to me, that just makes me feel like a slave. Like, I'm just, like, one big slave to them. Like, whenever my parents say that, I feel like I'm just, like, one big slave. Like, forced to do whatever they want, when they want. And well, that's basically a life of being a kid. Like when you're a kid like me, like the life that you go through is hard, especially if you're in the hood. Like you're basically your parents' slaves because they have you, and then you have to do when they want, whatever they want. Go with them if they want you to go. You have to go to school and all that. So yeah. But if you're in the hood, then well, you probably can't afford all that, and your parents will probably do the same.
Your child for an explanation, something like that. There's no way that I'm gonna let this lady hit Chase and not do something about it, and not show him and not show her and everyone in this restaurant. That's not.
Yeah, when Chase grows up, he's probably gonna remember that. And well, yeah, like Chase is like 10 or 11. I'm 14, so when Chase is 18, I'll be like maybe 30, 40 something, maybe 20, I don't really know.
Right, you can't do it. And when something's not right, you stand up. And when you stand up for yourself, if they're still ignorant and they still don't apologize or whatever, admit they're wrong and be able to move on, because as humans, we make mistakes. Mistakes are okay. It's how we grow and learn from them. Then you can go to the next step. It's like, all right, why don't you just, talk to the law then? Because, you broke the law. If you don't believe me, you could just go ask the cop. That's why I chose to do that. Because this lady is absolutely insane. The waiter was insane.
The waiter did not give a shit. Clearly, the waiter doesn't like kids. He just, for the oldie, he just like my dad sticking up for his mama.
Really attacked and embarrassed in front of a whole restaurant of people because I'm sticking up for myself. Overall, in general, just want to speak to everybody. Respect your bodies and make others respect your body. Everyone has the right to feel safe. Everyone has the right to have their body respected, regardless of an age.
He got tapped on the head. He's a kid.
Everyone has that right to not be hit on their body inappropriately, not be touched by anybody inappropriately, not to be disrespected, especially by a stranger. And don't let anyone tell you that because of who they are, they're allowed to hurt you. Because that's not a thing. And that's what this lady said, and that's what the waiter said. And of course, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm upset because these are the same people that vote in our elections. You should have your voting rights stripped if you process thoughts like that. Oh my gosh, I'm so passionate about it. It's so frustrating.
You're really still talking about this?
Yeah, just because I wanted to explain it, what happens. I was going to make a bigger video, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to make the bigger video. But no one is allowed to put their hands on you like that. Stick up for yourself. Love yourself.
Yeah, I would put that old ass lady in jail. I don't give a fuck how old she is. Like I said, you're going to jail. Should have thought about that before you hit my kid.